friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is Beltane, so I'm going to be telling you all about things that you can do to celebrate Beltane and kind of what it is and all that stuff. One thing, I do know that there is a different pronunciation for Beltane, but for newer witches and just to save time and make everything a lot simpler, I'm just going to pronounce it as I read it. I do know that there's a Celtic and kind of different pronunciation, but I'm just going to go with this. So first off, what is Beltane? Beltane is the celebration of summer and the beginning of summer. It kind of kicks off all of that. It also celebrates fertility, sexuality, abundance. Beltane can be celebrated April 30th through May 2nd. Those are kind of the main 3 days. The element for this Sabbath is fire, and then the colors would be green, pink, and yellow. So herbs that you can use in spells and things during this time include frankincense, which is really good for strength, purification. Another herb that you can use is mint. Mint has properties dealing with money, healing, strength, power, and luck, and travel. So there's a bunch of different things that can be attributed to this. For instance, with Beltane being a celebration of abundance, you can use this to gain some money or to gain something else. And then with traveling and stuff, it is the start of summer and people are traveling, so you can have some good luck with you as you begin your summer vacation, spring breaks, and whatever. Next up is mugwort. Mugwort can be used for clairvoyance and seeing things, psychic dreams, and protection. So another herb that you can use during this time is rosemary. Rosemary is good for healing, purification, it improves your memory, and is good for keeping you young. Another herb and common flower that you can use is a rose. You can use roses in this time of year in these spells, and that's going to help you with love and friendship, luck, protection, pretty much all the stuff that you pretty much need for summer. So crystals that you can use during this Sabbath include bloodstone, which can be used in money spells. It's considered a very lucky stone because it's usually green. So that's a stone that you can incorporate and use for, again, going back to using the time of year of abundance and the energy of that to get you an abundance of money or luck or whatever you want to use while incorporating the bloodstone. The next stone that you can use is carnelian. Carnelian is really good for reflecting on yourself and finding things within yourself that maybe you need to improve on. It's also really good for balancing and kind of bringing you back and grounding you. And it also stimulates sexuality and all that stuff. So also really good for this Sabbath. Citrine is another crystal that you can use during this Sabbath, and citrine is going to be good for communication if you're having any troubles in that area. And it also just helps you relax and have a good time and not worry so much about things. And it's also going to diminish your self-destructive tendencies, which is probably why I buy so much citrine. So the final stone that is recommended to be used during this time is rose quartz. Rose quartz is good for love of any kind, whether it's self-love, friendships, romantic relationships, family, stuff like that. It's also really helpful for teaching a person how to give love and also receive love, and it's just an all-around good healing stone to have around. So going along with Beltane, foods that are really good to eat right now and kind of represent this time and things that you can include in a celebration would be salads, strawberries, cakes and desserts, honey, and bread. So this is obviously my favorite Sabbath. Some symbols of this Sabbath include bonfires, goats, rabbit, fairies and bees, and pretty much just flowers and plants and good stuff and food, all the good stuff that makes you think of summer. But also, none of this stuff is set in stone. Each person has their own correspondences for crystals, herbs, and Sabbaths. So if you think that something is a symbol for this, or you symbolize something with this Sabbath that's not on a list or not in a research thing or not in a video, then feel free to add it to your own practice, because none of this is set in stone and you are free to make everything your own. So some things that you can do to celebrate this Sabbath includes gardening, baking, putting flowers in your home and decorating with those. And if you do happen to smoke marijuana or anything, you can include some very safe flowers in a smoking blend and stuff, which you can of course research what flowers are safe to smoke with and what are not. Make sure that everything you smoke with is safely researched and all that. So I'm not going to be held for liability here, but that's a way to celebrate it if you're into that. Just being in nature is really good. If you don't have enough time to set up this whole ritual or to bake something, then you can just take a quick walk in nature, or just sit outside for a few minutes and kind of just take it all in is a really great way to celebrate. You can put flowers in your tea and kind of infuse them in that. Again, make sure that you're researching what flowers are edible or not. Every Sabbath is a great time to just clean. It's such a great time to cleanse, not only spiritually, cleaning out your room and going and cleaning out stuff that you don't wear anymore, everything like that. Every aspect of cleaning is going to be really beneficial for this time. Having a bonfire in general and then leaping over the bonfire is another tradition, but just having the bonfire is a great symbol and a way to celebrate. Charging your crystals on Beltane is a great time to charge your crystals with all of that good energy. You can do a tarot reading or some kind of oracle reading, attributing to what the Sabbath is about. So if you're looking for abundance or growth or sexuality or relationships or something, go and get a tarot reading done on that. Cauldron is a really good symbol of this time of year, as it kind of represents the woman in this sense, being filled, if you know what I'm saying. I try to focus on more of the earthy stuff, so that's why none of the other stuff or none of the Wiccan parts have been mentioned in this video. If you want the Wiccan stuff and the Wiccan backstory and the history along with it, be my guest, go research it. But that's just not what my practice is about, so that's why I haven't mentioned it. So filling the cauldron with flowers and plants and kind of crystals that correspond is symbolic of the woman's part in the circle of life and birth and all of that. So you can make a maypole for your altar. A maypole is the symbol of the man. Of course, this is very old school, just like the actual parts of the how to make a baby. So this is symbolic of the, you know, so you can just decorate like a little pole with some flowers and stuff. And I personally don't do that just because it's kind of weird to me I don't want a symbolic penis in my house. I really don't, and I don't want it on my altar. But I will do the cauldron because that's a little bit more my alley and a little bit more simple. But yeah, those are pretty much all the ways that you can celebrate Beltane. If you have any ways that you celebrate, go ahead and let me know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know any questions, concerns, anything, just comment it down below. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on my bell notifications so that you know exactly when I upload a video, and then hit me up on all my other social media because I am much more active there, and you can be really interactive with me on what I post and voting on polls and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
You got embarrassed.